Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to show you two fairly new releases from Citizen that my AD Relojería Esparza currently has in stock. Both are very interesting pieces and very unique. Both are made of titanium and both are ISO 6425 certified dive watches. Guys, I've never owned a Citizen and I've never featured one on the channel, but I'm telling you beforehand, I'm very impressed with the quality and value that one can get for the money here. So let's dive into the video and you'll see what I mean. The one I would like to start with is this Promaster automatic. It's entirely made of titanium, which explains the darker tones of the case and the bracelet. Then when it comes to the dimensions, this Citizen is a bit large as the case diameter measures 46 mm. The lug to lug is 50 mm, which is actually acceptable. The thickness is 15.5 and finally the lug width is 22 mm. Obviously, since the whole piece is made of titanium, the weight is quite reduced. It weighs about 147 grams unsized. By the way, Citizen is using super titanium as they call it, which is essentially titanium that's been treated with their proprietary hardening technology Duratech, which supposedly makes the titanium 5 times more scratch resistant than steel. I know that's a very bold claim, but coming from Citizen, I don't have any reason to doubt it. What I can tell you for sure though is that the watch looks absolutely beautiful in person. It's very nicely finished, it feels well built, and for a 46mm case it looks and wears amazing on my 17 cm or 6.7 inch wrist. In fact, I think that people with even smaller wrists than mine might be able to pull it off. The part that impresses me the most, however, is the overall case design. It looks tough, tool-like, and kind of aggressive with these angular flanks and that toe bezel covered with screws. And then check this out, guys. If you look closely at the sides of the case with just enough imagination, you might see Batman's batarangs, and that is just super cool. Now, in case you're not so imaginative, then simply agree with me that Citizen has done a fantastic job with this integrated shroud design that facilitates the use of the 60-click bezel. Once again, the build quality and the finishing are exceptional, as you can tell from these close-up shots. The bracelet is also pretty good and it features a decent clasp with a ratcheting dive extension. The only thing that some people may complain about is the use of push pins instead of screws on the bracelet, but to be honest, I don't have a problem with that. Finally, let's have a word about the dial. It sits behind a very thick domed air-coated sapphire crystal. It has a nice pyramid pattern texture that matches the bezel, and thanks to the broad hands, it is very legible. Moving on to the movement, inside of this Promaster model we can find the new Miota caliber 9051, which is an upgraded version of the well-known 9015. It's still 4 Hz movement, and the key differences are that it's slightly more accurate, -10 to +20 seconds per day, and it is also resistant to magnetic fields up to 16,000 amperes per meter, which is roughly 200 Gauss if I'm not mistaken. Basically, guys, this is a fantastic workhorse movement that shouldn't cause you any trouble for a long time. The second watch I want to show you today is this beautiful Aqualand Eco Drive. I got the green model here, but it's also available in blue. Very similar dimensions to the automatic Promaster. The case diameter is 46 mm, the thickness is 16.2, while the lug to lug is about 52 mm. Finally, the spacing between the lugs is 22 mm. As far as the build quality goes, it is also superb. You get super titanium for the case and the bracelet with the same level of finishing and the same milled out clasp with quick adjust. On the wrist it wears smaller than its dimensions suggest, it's comfortable, light, and it looks stunning in green. The screw down pushers and the water pressure sensor on the left do not dig into my wrist, nor does the crown at 4 o'clock. Once again, my wrist is just 17 centimeters, and this Citizen Aqualand fits me like a glove, so don't be scared of the dimensions as they don't tell the whole story. Now let's have a closer look at the dial. I love the color as it goes really well with the white chapter ring and the aluminum bezel insert, which is also green as you can see. Then legibility is surprisingly good considering that you get a handset that consists of 5 hands, a power reserve indicator and a date window. In case you're wondering, the 2 extra hands at 3 o'clock are for the depth meter or depth gauge that this watch has. The longer one will indicate the current depth, while the shorter one will point at the maximum depth ever achieved. That's a pretty cool feature to have if you are a diver, but even if you're not, it's still nice to be able to check the maximum depth of your local swimming pool. Right now both hands are pointing at the 0 meters marking on the chapter ring, because obviously this watch is brand new. Next, let's mention the movement real quick. It is the EcoDrive J250, which is a solar-powered quartz that should run for approximately 11 months on a full charge. As already mentioned, it features a depth gauge, but also an auto dive mode, thanks to the water detection sensor on the right side above the crown. In addition, you also get a quick ascend alarm feature. This means that if you are diving and ascending at a rate of more than 9 meters per minute, the watch will start beeping to let you know that you should slow down in order to avoid decompression sickness, which can be very dangerous. All in all guys, this Aqualand is a proper diving instrument that you can use as a backup device while exploring the depths of the sea or the ocean. To end this video, I'll just say that these are 2 great offerings from Citizen that, all things considered, are well priced in my opinion. In Spain they retail for 798 and 758 euro respectively, but as you can see you can get them with 10% off straight away, or you can contact relojeriaesparza.com and tell them that you've watched my video, and who knows, they might be able to double that discount. I'll leave their info in the description below in case anyone is interested. That being said, thank you very much for watching, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.